first off, take us through some of the big plays, the long touchdown. And then I'd also like to hear you talk about the way you guys were trying to push it in there at the end down in the red zone, and you ran into some big guys. It was a little welcome to the NFL.
Oh, yes, sir. No doubt. Ultimately on that first run, normal for us, it's a normal inside zone call. Boy, he ended up pretty much getting everything cleared out. And then at that moment, I only had one person to make miss as far as the safety coming down. And, watching film throughout the week, watching the games from last year, watching the 2 games that Houston played Chiefs last year, just knowing and understanding how everybody played, on their defense. And ultimately me pretty much being the only player that never on the offense that never got a chance to play him. So, just kind of film study. Film study was big for me. And that's kind of like that's pretty much how that long run happened.
Let's go to Pete Sweeney next. Go ahead, Pete.
Clyde, this was obviously your first National Football League start. I was wondering if you could take us through some of the nerves. I know you'd mentioned some nerves, and then at what point in the game you've kind of just felt, all right, this is a football game.
Honestly, after the first time I got tackled, I was lined up in the back, butterflies, but it took a while for the game to kind of get kicked off. And that's, I guess that's different for the NFL. I guess that's the difference. So ultimately, when we first ran out, just nerves at an all-time high. But then, as time went on, we were just kind of on the field. I mean, I was on the field with my brothers, and they made me feel at home. So ultimately, first carry, I kind of felt was a lot, a lot emotions, a lot of emotions. After I got tackled that first time and rolled up, I just knew, all right, it's football, time to roll.
Let's go next to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Clyde, you mentioned some of the emotions that you felt there, and then you were able to finally calm down. I'm curious, how much was the offensive line in your ear, especially Andrew Wiley and Kalichi Osemele? They seem to be like opening up some pretty big holes for you there.
Yeah. As far as the O-line, we talk to each other a little different. They're in my ear, but it's not like, oh, this is open, this is here. I mean, it's all fun. I mean, ultimately, if you're not having fun, then what's the point of you being out there? So, I mean, I'm out there having fun with my brothers. I mean, if they see something or they feel something, or if I see something or feel something, we relay it on the sideline, make the adjustments. But other than that, we go out there and play ball.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Clyde, you mentioned just getting the nerves out of the way, but as far as feeling like you belonged, was there a certain point during the game where you felt like that, or did that come in camp?
Ultimately, I would say it kind of came within the last week or two in camp when we started the game plan and we started to kind of slow things down as far as, camp. It really wasn't camp. It was, okay, now we're starting the game plan and understand what we are going to do as far as the game and understand what's going to be our identity. And then once you kind of go through that for a week and a half, you start to see, as a position and as a player, you start to see where you would kind of fit in certain aspects. And then after that, game time, I mean, you can kind of hope the things that you saw in practice work. But other than that, it's flipping the switch and then becoming a ball player. And then, whatever happens on the fly, that's why we get paid, make adjustments on the fly and be a professional.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Clyde, I know you had a pretty big game, but I also wanted to ask you about L'Jarius Sneed, another rookie that you've kind of seen throughout camp. Obviously, Willie Gay got to play. This is a pretty deep draft class. Just what was it like for you guys to play together without a preseason game and then obviously seeing what L'Jarius did on the other side of the ball?
Ultimately, just throughout practice and throughout camp, everybody kind of, as far as the rookies, we knew what we had to bring in as far as coming into a Super Bowl defending team. Come in and play your part, play your role, but do it 100%, give it 100% effort every time. And we would always, we had like a rookie, group message, group text, and we were all just kind of hinting at each other, like, man, we're here for a reason. We're doing the things that we need to do. And then game day, everything will show up. You do the hard work at practice, game day will be easy. So ultimately, it all came into fruition. Everybody did those things that they needed to do as far as preparation, and on game time they showed up.
Let's go next to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Clyde, you go out there, 138 yards and a touchdown in your first NFL game. How does that compare to the way that you dreamed your NFL debut would go? And have you had a chance to check your phone and any of the messages you're already getting?
Ultimately, I'm now just trying to take it all in. Still doing interviews. Still haven't got a chance to text my mom or hit, like, as far as talk to any family. So ultimately, when I leave and head home, and I think it'll all start to hit then. But for the most part, I'm still on my game, still feeling like I could go out there and play 2 more quarters. I'm just kind of just floating.
We've got time for a couple more guys. We're going to go Harold and then Adam to close it out. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Clyde, congratulations. Great game for your first time out there in the NFL. But I just wanted to simply ask you the workload you had. Did you feel comfortable with that workload? And do you feel like you could have got more and more as you got more comfortable into the game?
Oh, yeah, I'm 100% comfortable with the workload. And then whatever Coach Reed, EB, whatever they want as far as demanding from me, I'm there for it. I'm here to do my job. I'm here to play running back. I'm here to ultimately do my 111. So whatever they need from me, I'm there for it.
Let's go to Adam Teicher to close us out. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Clyde, just wondering, when you go back through the video of tonight's game, or you feel like there's going to be some things for you to find there that you can do better? And if so, what do you think those things will be?
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's football. That's part of it. You can't be 100% perfect on everything. Everybody's going to have something to go back and look. I as far as right off the jump, I really can't pinpoint. But I'm gonna go home, look at the film, literally go through every play, write some things down, probably shoot a couple texts to Dylan. And other than that, prepare for next weekend, and then whatever adjustments I need to make sure I don't have those same have those same things show up on film. Copycat league.
Clyde, we really appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, that is it for today.